Hello dear students, today I am going to discuss with you account of holding companies under accounting standards 21. So already in my previous video I already discussed with you that is the theory part of the holding companies. In this video I will discuss about the minority interest. So what does mean by minority interest, how it is going to be calculated, these all things will be discussed in this video, and problems related to minority interest I will explain in this video. So see here chart showing minority interest, that is the particulars, totals, H limited and S limited. So in that share capital will be, it is a simply chart how it is going to be calculated minority interest and how items are going to be allocated. These all things will be showing in this chart. So see here chart showing the minority interest. First one that we have to take share capital according to the acquired ratio. What is the acquired by the holding company, on that basis we have to be make ratio. So ratio, according to that ratio we have to classify the share capital or share the share capital, holding company and subsidiary company. Then reserves, in that pre-acquisition reserve and post-acquisition reserve, according to the date wise we have to allot that one as per ratio. Then profit and loss account, that is nothing but surplus, it is also be going to be allotted as a pre-acquisition profit and post-acquisition profit. It means before acquiring the shares and after acquiring the shares. These all things we have to be allot as per ratio, that is the profit. Then come to the point, if case increase in the value of fixed assets of subsidiary company, it will be, we have to add. And if any loss accrued, that loss will be deducted, and any kind of pre-acquisition and post-acquisition both losses we have to deduct, and also if increase we have to add and decrease we have to less that value of fixed assets. So this is the calculation chart of the minority interest. In that total minority interest is this one, subsidiary company total is called as the minority interest. That is the, this one, this is the bold letters, that is the XXX. S limited, that means subsidiary limited total is called as the minority interest. So this is the chart, shows how to calculate the minority interest. You can understand better while explaining the problem. So now I am going to move for the problem. So see here in this first problem, calculate minority interest and goodwill from the following. They have given problem particulars, H company and S company, holding company and subsidiary company. Share capital of rupees 10 each. H company acquired 4/5 of shares of S company on 1/4/2014. It is the beginning of the financial year. So that is the 1/4/2014. H company is acquired, holding company is acquired subsidiary company shares, that is the 4/5 of the shares. It means total S company limited shares is 5 lakh. In that 4/5 means 4/5 of 5 lakh means that is the 4 lakh. So H company limited acquired 4 lakh of shares. Among the 5 lakh it acquired 4 lakh, remaining 1 lakh it is for subsidiary company. So then come to the point, reserve on 1/4/2014, that is the 40,000. We have to just consider the value of a subsidiary company only. So 40,000 reserve, that is the on the date 1/4/2014. It means it is the pre-acquisition reserve. Then profit on 1/4/2014, that is the 30,000. This is the pre-acquisition profit. Then total reserve 31st 3/2015, that is the 1 lakh. So here they not mentioned like a post acquisition reserve, they mentioned a total reserve of 31st 3 2015, means it is the entire reserve which is involved pre-acquisition and post-acquisition reserve. So that's why we have to calculate post-acquisition reserve. How? By deducting the pre-acquisition reserve, that is the 1 for 2014, whatever the reserve 40,000 is there, in that total reserve, in that we have to deduct 40,000 pre-acquisition reserve, remaining is 60,000 is our post-acquisition reserve. We have to take this one is for calculation, that is the post-acquisition is reserve is 60,000. Same total profit they have given, that is the 80,000, and already profit is given, that is the 30,000. This is the 1 for means pre-acquisition reserve 30,000 and total profit 80,000. Among 80,000 we have to deduct 30,000, remaining is 50,000. So that 50,000 is going to be treated as the post-acquisition reserve. So this is the problem. We have to go for calculation of the minority interest. So see here solution, chart showing minority interest, that is the simple chart I put here, particulars, total, H company limited and S company limited. So share capital how much? 4:1, and total subsidiary company shares how much here? This is the 5 lakh. That 5 lakh we have to take here, 5 lakh shares, and among 5 lakh we have to allot H company and S company limited on the basis of ratio 4:1. Why 4:1? Because 4/5 of the shares are acquired by the H company limited. Among 5 lakh 4/5 is acquired, that means 4 lakh is to 1 lakh, that is the 4:1 ratio. So 4:1, according to that we have to allot share capital 4 lakh 1 lakh. Total is subsidiary company share capital 5 lakh. So then reserve, second one reserve, we have to write here pre-acquisition and post-acquisition. Pre-acquisition reserve, that is the based on date 1/4/2014. This is the pre-acquisition because company H company acquired the share on 1/4/2014. So before acquired, that is the on that date 40,000 is the pre-acquisition reserve. After acquiring, that is called as the post-acquisition reserve. So here pre-acquisition reserve is 40,000. It is going to be allotted on the ratio of 4:1. Here also we are going to be allowed the ratio reserves 4:1 ratio. So 40,000 will be allotted 4:1, 32,000 and 8,000. Then what about post acquisition reserve? So post acquisition reserve is already I explained while in the problem. So see here total reserve, in that 1 lakh we have to deduct pre-acquisition reserve 40,000, then remaining is going to be treated as the post-acquisition reserve. So see here post-acquisition reserve, that is the 1 lakh total reserve of the year, and in that we have to deduct 40,000 of pre-acquisition reserve, remaining 60,000 is our post-acquisition reserve, because they clearly not mentioned what is the post-acquisition reserve. So we have to calculate post-acquisition reserve by deducting the pre-acquisition reserve in the total reserve. So among 60,000 we have to allot these reserves like a 4:1 ratio, 48,000 and 12,000. Then same time we have to move for surplus or profit and loss, that is the pre-acquisition profit, that is the how much here they have given profit on 1/4/2014. It means it is a pre-acquisition profit. So it is the subsidiary company profit is 30,000. Pre-acquisition reserve, profit 30,000, and pre-acquisition total profit on 31st 3/2015 is 80,000. So among 80,000 we have to deduct 30,000 pre-acquisition profit, then we get the post-acquisition profit. So see here, pre-acquisition profit, that is 30,000, already given in the problem. They directly we have to allot like a 4:1 ratio. Then post-acquisition ratio, total profit, post-acquisition profit, total profit minus pre-acquisition profit. Remaining is our 50,000 is the post-acquisition profit, and this 50,000 is going to be allotted 4:1 ratio. Then total, there is no value of increased and decreased of fixed assets. Then directly we have to add these all the things. Then we get the minority interest. Whatever the bold letters, 1,36,000. This is our minority interest of a subsidiary company. Subsidiary company's total is our minority interest. So this 1,36,000 is our minority interest. Then we have to calculate goodwill. Also we have to need to calculate goodwill. They asked in the problem minority interest and also calculate the goodwill. How to calculate goodwill? Cost of acquisition of shares, that is the 4 lakh, because they acquired the 4/5 of the shares, that is the 10 rupees each, that is the 4 lakh. 4 lakh shares they acquired, and the nominal value we have to deduct, or face value we have to deduct, that is also 4 lakh. 4/5 of the 5 lakh, that is also 4 lakh. Then whatever the remaining amount is treated as the goodwill. So here both are same. There is a no goodwill because 4 lakh minus 4 lakh nil amount is there. So goodwill is not available, because when the cost of acquisition and face value both are same, then there is a no goodwill. If the cost of acquisition is more than the face value, then goodwill is going to be arises. Already I explained these all the things in my theory video. So this is all about the first problem related to minority interest, and in my next video I will explain another one problem, how debt is going to be considered while calculating the minority interest. Okay, thank you.